Alright, part 2 of seafaring stuff. Okay, first of all, Itanians decided it would be an awesome time to spawn in the lower left corner of the map. So we're gonna take care of him first. Or I would have... oh wait, yeah, I can. This is gonna be ridiculously expensive, but I'm gonna try. I don't know if the lack of the foremast isn't gonna take me there fast enough. But with sauerkraut, I'm thinking the extra 4 turns might help. So let's just kind of rush towards the Tanya and see if I can't get it. Otherwise, we're gonna have to use the basic harpoon. That's pretty useless. That harpoon's a lot better. The fish won't stop moving. Yeah, that's... I don't think that's enough time to get contact with the... Okay, looks like we're not gonna be able to do it with Neds. Darn. I don't have that 3rd spot yet. That kind of bites. So, let's just do this traditionally with lime fruits, of course. Let's do this. Alright, let's try this again. This time with the foremast, and this time without Ned's harpoon. Ned's harpoon makes this a lot easier, makes it to where he crushes your boat less, catches him faster in general. Pardon me as I look over here and kind of see if I can map this area. Okay, so that has nothing on it. That is a relief. And this is pure mountains. Alright, that helps map that little area. What? Oh hey, look, something. Waves crashing against some rocks here. You can see something yellow shining beneath the surface. I'm gonna get closer, see it. Waves. And you tremble, try, yes, amber. Okay. Well, we didn't get this in the previous episode when I was hunting the items intentionally, but alright. Alright, take it. Make that with an event. Alright. Let's go hunt the Tanyan. Alright, fish. You see a shadow in the canyon below the waves. Launch a spear, yes. Wounded. He's becoming slower. And the Tanyan spear tail hits the hull of your ship, causing grievous damage. Grievous damage! Oh man, it's a good thing I learned that that word on TV tropes, otherwise I would have to put that as long word number 5, but it isn't. TV tropes. Let's not mention it. Let's go back in. He's gone. That's great. Alright, let's do what I was intending to do. Well, let's do what I was intending to do the entire time. Instead of going Tanyan fishing, which failed, because he decided to leave. Jerk. Well, the Scandalia Lighthouse, that's its actual name? Alright. I always thought it was just the Armoroad Lighthouse, but it's called Scandalia Lighthouse. That's interesting. A mariner spots you and runs up to you as you disembark. You're Zarian, right? One that started the route, right? I was sent here to look over the place. You came at a good time. I am out of the clay I need to make these walls. There is an island to the west with red soil called Terra Rossi. You think you can take it up for me? And of course, I already have it. And he gives me a copper coin and a book in return. 100 in coin. Oh my gosh, guess how much that's worth. And its own page. After seeing that, you board on the ship and set sail for new horizons. Alright, let's go see if I can make it to Betavia before my turns run up. Give you a hint, I probably can't. So let's instead go over here towards the islands. Yeah, hey look, an unmarked island that I didn't mark. Man. Was it obvious that I didn't mark it? Nope, nothing on it. We're not gonna make it to Betavia on time. And we got 100 in coin, that's worth 100 in. That's it. Awesome. Now let's go to Betavia. Let's do that. Alright, let's just take my traditional shortcut route. Because I like cutting corners. And that's essentially this for those of you who didn't watch episode 7 for some reason. Dupe across over here. Oh, whoops. Alright. As you walk down the gangplank onto Betavia's harbor, a soldier walks up as if expecting you. Your adventures, are you not? I represent the mayor of Betavia. We have a favor to ask you. You must have difficulties en route here with the eddies, reef, and pirates. The other day, a merchant ship loaded with black pepper crashed on the reef to the east. According to one of the ship's survivors, the merchandise is likely to be intact. I can see that you're going to ask. We want you to go recover it, and we already have it. Yes, soldier. You found it, and you already found it? Oh my god, please accept your reward. And he gives us 500, and I wonder how much that's worth. And a weapon tome 4. Alright, that ends this trip. Now, let's go to Alietta and do the exact same thing we did for the other 2 cities. I like how when I do this, my money just amasses again. I love going to the sea. This is one of my favorite parts of Etrian Odyssey 3. Well, it is half the game, but... And by half the game, I mean, like, a 16th of the game, and it's pretty big by itself. But yeah. Now let's go to Alietta and do the same thing. I think I actually have turns left over to show you what I was so angst about when I, previously came here about this spot right here. And when I first played this game, this spot really peeved me off. Here's why. There's monkeys here. And they minus your turns by 3. Because they'll, like, rummage through your provisions and stuff. And I want to check it so bad, just to show you that. But I don't want to at the same time, because I don't feel like taking the 3-turn penalty. So, that's your boat to... It's your situation to figure out whether you really want to experiment what I'm saying, or if you think I'm lying, because trust me, that is one way to screw you out of getting to this place early on. Especially if you kind of took kind of a detour. As you disembark into Alietta, a soldier approaches, begins speaking to you in a stern. What's with all the soldiers? Your adventures, are you not? By order of the king, I have something to ask you. A foreign merchant ship arrived in Alietta damaged. It's going to repairs, but... Alietta's top shipwright is highly skilled, but is prone to wandering off. But that'll lead to give orders. The repairs are going slowly. We need the chief shipwright found. Oh yes, he does love cheap cheese. You might be out somewhere getting a bite. If the foreign ship's repairs take too long, it may become a diplomatic issue. We need him. And go find him. Alright, fine. Actually, I might have been able to get him in 4 turns. No, I wouldn't have. Alright. Sail again. Alright. He likes... Guess what this guy likes? He likes cheap cheese. So go back to this original spot where you got cheap cheese. And I'm gonna mark these, because I didn't mark them the first time. This is just where you got dried peas. You remember that, right? Right? I hope you do. And here's where we got sheep cheese. This is also where I had a shipwright. So I'm gonna mark this as shipwright / cheese. Whoops, pardon me. Right. Where's the slash? There's no slash. Fine, we'll use the semicolon. And cheese. I don't know if there's enough yeah, there's barely enough room for both of them to fit together in the same area. How nice. You arrive at the small island you'd visited before. It's possible the shipwright's here. Leaving the ship, you come across a giant man strolling among a flock of sheep. Takes a bite from a hunk of cheese in his hand and silently stares at you questioningly. He must be the chief shipwright. He nibbles on his cheese as you ask him to return to Alietta. As you explain the situation, the man patiently finishes his cheese and suddenly stands up. You cannot help but flinch at his massive presence as he walks on your ship. Although you remain silent, your words seem to have reached him, relieved you set sail. Will we be able to reach it? Will we be able to reach? Not if this merchant ship's gonna be a douche and stand in the way. Doesn't look like we're gonna make it. Nope, it doesn't. And the fish here moved. Girl. Because we love it when the fish move. So now I can't get any money out of this, and I just wasted 50. But we have the ship right on hand now. Let's just go back to Alietta and deal with it. You know what? I'm curious about something. So while we're getting this done, I'm gonna visit the monkeys with Alietta's chief aboard and see if that makes a difference at all. That's a nice experiment. Let's experiment. Experimentation! I doubt it'll do anything, but, you know, I figured, well, I'm gonna be able to get there on time anyway, I may as well test it. Test it, right? And we got some lanterns right there. And nope, fish said I don't want to go. Alright, see, orange-haired monkeys! If you want to get closer, yes, and you spend a while playing with them, but when you return, your food storage got rummaged and your turn kind of... Well, yeah, that's what happens. And if you're relatively low on turns, and you're just about to reach this spot, and you decide, oh, let's examine this, it's going to screw you out of getting here. But since we're here, let's kind of map these little currents right here. Alright. And sheep ride! Yay! Be plenty of cheese later. I wonder how much that's gonna give me! And a weapon tome. After hearing this, the board ship and goodbye. Do you recall our talking about refitting your ship thanks to reaching Alietta? Well, a skilled carpenter arrived, but it sounded like there's going to be some sort of problem. But I told him that the order was from Syrian's ship, he got right to work. He's on the ship now. This should make your voyages even more comfortable. But if you're planning on passing through the strait near Alietta towards the North Sea, you'll have to do something about the pirates who've been taking the waters of their own. Your ship has gained an extra equipment slot. Alright, our ship gained an extra equipment slot. Alright, let's do stuff. I've spent about 8 minutes doing this, I guess. I don't know, I can't really count seconds. So, let us take the culverin with us, and this is going to cost him 1,530. And we're going to try going to the... No, we're probably going to need sauerkraut. We're going to try going to the island we weren't able to before because it was walled off by currents and stuff. You know, this thing down here. Okay. I believe in order to get there, it's actually kind of straightforward. You do this, you go right here, and you approach the pirate ship directly, kind of. Okay, he doesn't move the first time, then you go directly towards him. He'll step right in front of you, and you fire your cannon. And that takes care of him. Alright, and we're gonna start mapping this little area around here, because I've been negligent. For some reason. Okay, step down. There's nothing over here. You can't get the red fruit from this side. So instead, you're going to be following these currents, which goes for a ways to the east. Oh boy. By the way, I could actually do a lot in this episode, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to get this, and then the video is practically done. And the reason for that is, even though I could do a lot more sailing, I kind of want to divvy up the sailing between the labyrinth instead of doing big chunk, big chunk, big chunk, big chunk. So after we do the 6th floor, we are going to come back and finish up what I wanted to do here. That way I'm kind of spreading the time, kind of. I know it's kind of with its flaws, but everything's kind of with its flaws. We've already seen this. Alright, there is Whirlpool here. There is Whirlpool in front of me. There is Tiny Island with palm trees on it. I don't exactly remember if there's actually anything to get here. Alright, here's where you need to kind of think ahead if you're doing this. And basically what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to approach this Tetris-shaped island. Go ahead and map everything on it. There's nothing on these islands from my awareness. From what I know, so just kind of do that. Approach this, once again, oh hey, look, check something. Okay, there is something out here. Bananas, I think. No, cane, Armoroad Cane, sweet. We'll take that. Free Armoroad Cane. This is extremely easy to get. You have to pass by this in order to get to the islands, the Easterhead Island thing. So if you miss this, I feel very sorry for you. I'm just gonna put cane, because I forgot how to spell, I brain farted and forgot how to spell Armoroad. A-R-M-A-R-O-A-D. How do you forget to spell that, life, Rick, hey? Yeah. 3 left straight into the next current. And island over there. The island across from us, across these currents, will be important later. I know that's shaped like that. No, it has to be shaped like this, and it's very basic stuff, same old stone. And we reached it! 1 turn remaining, sweet. So you didn't need sauerkraut. Grats. Dodging currents and reaching stuff. You reached stuff with an Easter egg island head, and there's ruins and architecture. Welcome back, and we get to look a nice little sum of cash after he's done talking. And an iron naval ram, which allows us to go through the seaweed just fine. And 2 grand. Did I mention 2 grand? Well, anyways, after we do the 6th floor, we'll come back here and do some more stuff we can do with the sea now that we have the 3rd equipment slot. However, for now, we are going to just save the game, and we're going to call it an episode. So, this has been episode 20, I think. Yes. Oh, there is one more thing I can do. Oh, seriously, I can't believe I forgot this in the 19th part. And since I know we still have plenty of time running on this one, let's go quickly do it. I don't know how I've been forgetting this. I am so sorry for those of you who wanted to see this. How I've been kind of forgetful about it, but otherwise, if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna remember. So let's get this down now. Okay, as you walk into the blue ocean, notice a diminutive. Long word number 6. Ninja in a small room further on. The boy's sudden approach shows that he has noticed you as well. Yo, how's it going? He's not talking as fast this time. The boy asks, but his energy seems to be muted today. Though the boy's already been trouble, you don't know if you can bring yourself to ignore him. Ask him what's wrong. When you say he doesn't quite seem himself today, Agata scratches his head before answering. Oh, it's nothing really. Just Hypatia has been acting weird since we got a 2nd stratum. She doesn't look well, and she's acting weird too, though I kind of see why she's nervous. You're curious about the boy's odd statement, though you're not sure how involved you should become. Ask about Hypatia. Your question seems to have made him uneasy, but he's willing to open up to you. Hypatia's dad was one of the first astrologers in Armoroad ever. He'd been to the labyrinth before, but her dad's guild left one day and to investigate the stratum just never came back. After Hypatia, but the boy falls silent. He seems to have no desire to continue his story. You want to ask him more. He won't tell you more. I think he just goes to silence. But we're gonna try. The diminutive. There's that word again. Ninja seems to be conflicted, and he finally responds. I think Hypatia's dad has been here before with her dad. The day her dad went missing, she went in such shock that she couldn't remember anything. Trauma! She acts happy, but she doesn't remember anything about the past of her dad. That's kind of like when I brought her, kind of why I brought her here. See if we can find clues about her dad here. Maybe she wouldn't have to suffer so much if she could finally remember. Subplot deepened. The boy seems quite determined, but in his own course, saying he has nothing more to say. You decide to leave him here. Alright. Now that we're kind of done with that tomfoolery, I'm going to cut out this next fight. Guys, this has been LifeRake. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna just go to the submagnetic pole and save, and we're gonna call it off apart. Thanks for watching, as always, and cut. And I'm not gonna say this because it's part 20. If you've been watching this far and you are enjoying what you're seeing, and I'm still updating this, of course I am, then I would highly appreciate if you subscribed, liked the videos. I know I've been kind of staving off saying things like that because I didn't want to seem like come off as someone who really wanted minimal things, but anything you can do to show your appreciation really reflects on me, makes me happier in just a general sense, and I'd just be highly appreciative. Thanks for watching as always. This has been LifeRake. See you later.